want to explore some of Japan's most breathtaking temples? How about meeting adorable bowing deer that are believed to be messengers of the gods? If you answered yes to any of these, then Nara should be at the top of your must-see list. Let me tell you why. It's a can't-miss experience. Stay with me until the end for the best travel tips on how to get there, including tips on how to take a special train to or from Nara, and some unforgettable places we visited and experiences that we will cherish forever. We will also share very important tips to ensure that your trip to Nara will be as smooth sailing as possible. Don't miss these. Nara is in the Kansai region of Japan, located around 28 kilometers east of Osaka and 35 kilometers south of Kyoto. It was Japan's first permanent capital from 710 to 784 during the Nara period. It's famous for its rich history, beautiful temples, and deer roaming freely in Nara Park. It's definitely one of the most beautiful places in Japan. Nara is a walkable city with many of the top attractions close to each other, making it easy to explore on foot. The city is stunning year-round, with cherry blossoms in the spring, lush greenery in the summer, and vibrant autumn leaves. Winter can be quiet and peaceful, offering a serene experience with fewer crowds. We started our day super early and boarded the train for Nara City Station. Nara Deer Park is probably what Nara is most famous for, where you can see about 1,200 wild Sika deer roaming around freely. These deer are considered sacred and are protected by law. Historically, they were believed to be sacred beings. The Nara deer here are super friendly. They often approach visitors to be fed or petted. You can even buy special crackers or shikasenbei in the Nara Park to feed them. These cost about 200 yen for a bundle of crackers, which goes to deer conservation efforts. They're really friendly, but they can be quite persistent, so be careful with your food.
Nope.
You're a cheeky little bugger, aren't you?
Keep in mind that the deer might bow to you as a sign of respect before accepting the crackers. It's such a fun interaction to witness. However, it's important to remember that feeding them anything other than the designated crackers is strictly prohibited. Nara deer are usually pretty chill, but they can get grumpy if they feel threatened or hungry. So, it's best to be careful, or else you'll encounter one that's aggressive, including this one that kept biting me. Always follow the feeding rules to keep them happy and avoid any trouble. We found that you need to be firm with a more aggressive deer. Don't scream or run away. Just stay calm, stay in one place, and they'll calm down too. If you're out of food, just open your hands and show them that you don't have any. We've got a tip for you. Skip feeding the Nara deer in the small park and near the entrance in the museum. These ones were quite aggressive, probably because that's where most tourists were feeding them. If you want a more peaceful experience, head beyond the big shrine. Tour buses usually gather near the entrance, so it can get pretty crowded. But the further you go into the park, the fewer people you'll see. And guess what? The deer will be much friendlier too. They're less stressed out and more relaxed, so they'll approach you more easily. However, here is a little PSA we'd like to share. When visiting the deer park, always keep in mind that you are the visitor and that you shouldn't act with aggression towards the deer. Treat them with respect and be kind to them. Unfortunately, when we were there, we saw some tourists hitting them, either with their hands or with a stroller that they were pushing. Please do not do this. If for any reason you dislike interacting with the deer, then the best thing for you to do would be to leave the park. Now, let me ask you, is feeding and interacting with a deer in Nara something you would be interested in doing? Let us know and also drop us a comment. We love hearing from you. We really appreciate you following our travels. If you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. We really do appreciate it. From the park, we headed to my favorite part of Nara, the Kasuga Taisha Shrine, which is a Shinto shrine famous for its thousands of stone and bronze lanterns. Established in the 8th century, it is dedicated to the deity Fujinomiya, who is associated with the protection of the city and its people. Kasuga Taisha is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is an integral part of Nara's cultural and religious heritage. The walk around Kasuga Taisha Shrine was one of my favorite things to do. It was serene and so beautiful, and the deer were gentle, respectful, and calm. If it weren't for the fact that we had such a limited amount of time in Nara, I'd spend hours just exploring this area. The Kasuga Taisha Shrine was founded in 768 by the Hioi clan, and it has been a place of worship for over 1,200 years. The shrine is closely connected to the Fujiwara family, one of the most powerful aristocratic families in Japan's history. For many centuries, the Fujiwara clan was involved in its administration. The shrine is famous for its stone and bronze lanterns, which are lit twice a year during the Kasuga Taisha Lantern Festival in February and August. There are over 3,000 lanterns surrounding the shrine. Opening hours for the shrine are typically between 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. depending on the season. There is no entrance fee to visit the outer part of the shrine, but some areas, such as the Kasuga Taisha Museum, may require a fee. Kasuga Taisha Shrine offers a peaceful and deeply spiritual experience. Nara also encompasses significant cultural landmarks, including Todaiji Temple, which houses the renowned Great Buddha, the Daibutsu. Todaiji Temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Japan's most famous and historically significant temples. Before you reach the Daibutsudan, where the Great Buddha is housed, you will come across two great gates. The first one is Nandaimon, the Grand South Gate, and the temple's main gate. The Great South Gate is the largest temple entrance in Japan. The entire structure rises 25.46 meters above the stone plinth on which it rests. The two muscular guardians in the Great South Gate, commonly known as Nio or Two Kings of Todaiji, are monumental works said to have been sculpted in just 69 days. Both statues measure just over 8.4 meters in height. And prior to reaching the Great Buddha Hall is the Chumon, the Tower Gate. The Great Buddha Hall houses the Daibutsu, a massive bronze statue of Buddha that stands at 15 meters tall. Todai-ji, founded in 752 during the Nara period by Emperor Shomu, was a key player in spreading Buddhism across Japan. Back then, it was a top temple in the country, representing the huge impact Buddhism had on Japan's early days. The Daibutsudan is not only an architectural marvel, but also historically significant. The current structure, rebuilt in 1709, is 2/3 of its original size, yet it still stands as the largest wooden building globally. In the temple is a square hole in the base of one of the great wooden pillars, called Buddha's Nostril. It is said that devoted Buddhists who can fit themselves through this hole will earn luck and enlightenment in their next life. I knew I was gonna get stuck, so I didn't even bother to try squeezing myself through the nostril. Opening hours for Todaiji are typically between 7:30 to 5:30 p.m., though it may vary depending on seasons or special events. There is an entrance fee to enter the Daibutsudan and other parts of the temple, though walking around the temple grounds and Nara Park is free. Kofuku-ji Temple is another UNESCO World Heritage Site, originally built in 710 and once was one of the most powerful temples in Japan. The 5-story pagoda is a standout feature and is the second tallest wooden pagoda in Japan. Unfortunately for us, the pagoda was under maintenance when we were there. Kofuku-ji was founded by Kofuku in 669 AD. Opening hours for visiting Kofuku-ji Temple is typically between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but may vary by season or special events. Entrance to the grounds is free, but certain areas may require a small admission fee. Nara National Museum is home to important collections of Buddhist art and artifacts, showcasing the region's rich religious and cultural history. Unfortunately, it was closed on the day we were there. Another area that you shouldn't miss is Naramachi. Naramachi is a historic district located in Nara, known for its charming blend of traditional architecture and rich cultural heritage. Once the merchant district of the city, it features narrow, winding streets lined with well-preserved Machiya, or traditional wooden townhouses, many of which have been converted into boutiques, cafes, and museums. And on our way back to the train station, we came across two of Nara's shopping areas, Higashimuki Shopping Arcade, which extends east from Kintetsu Nara Station, and Sanjo-dori Street. It is a pleasant place to stroll, browsing shops and stores selling souvenirs, arts and crafts, clothes, kimonos, as well as traditional Japanese sweets and ornaments. Higashimuki is also home to Nakatanidou, one of the most popular mochi shops. Just look at the crowd. And I can understand why. Their mochi is delicious. The other is Mochiidono Shopping Arcade, which lies to the south of Higashimuki Shopping Arcade. Taking the train is the best and easiest way to get to Nara from Osaka or Kyoto. There are two railway companies that serve Nara, Kintetsu Railways and JR West. Just a heads up, the Japan Rail Pass isn't valid on Kintetsu trains. We returned back to Kyoto by the Kintetsu Limited Express train, which was a lot of fun. It felt like getting on the Hogwarts Express in some ways. The journey back to Kyoto takes about 35 minutes and costs about 1,300 yen per person.
Where are we going? Hogwarts?
Yes.
Refreshments, snacks, and souvenirs are also sold on the train. While on the way back to Kyoto, we even passed a temple. I failed to catch the temple's name. If you two know it, please let me know in the comments section. I suggest booking the limited train online via the Kintetsu website. This will allow you to reserve your seats and will guarantee you a spot on the day of travel. But one thing to remember though, is that you still need a basic fare ticket to go with a limited train ticket that you just bought. Just buy this at the station when you get there. And remember, The train machines only take IC cards or cash. Speaking of cash, when visiting Nara, make sure to bring a good amount of Japanese yen with you. Majority of the shops and restaurants prefer to get paid in cash, and the attractions, especially the temples, only accept cash. And if you want to buy senbei for the deer, then you definitely need cash. Nara Deer Park offers a peaceful and immersive experience with nature, combining culture, wildlife, and stunning landscapes. Whether you're visiting the temples or enjoying the seasonal beauty, it's a must-see destination in Japan. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our trip to Nara and our visit to the Deer Park. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more amazing content. And if you want to keep the adventure going, click here to watch the next video. I promise you won't want to miss it. Stay curious and keep exploring.